Todd is great and he is always baked. Morning sun shining, we can't be late. Coffee brewing, tunes on the go. Knock knock, it's the Todd and Joe morning show.
Hey, knock.
You can hear us, right?
What's up, bitches?
You know what I should do?
Up?
I should send you that Todd clip and have you put it in the very beginning of the song if you can somehow. Or send me the song and I can put it in my editing shit and just clip out the fucking where like the AI says Todd.
I can pull up the audio. Every time like the song says Todd, I'll just superimpose that over so it'll be like Todd and Joe Morning Show.
What it do, everybody? What it do?
How's it going, buddy?
Another Monday.
Is this April now?
Let's see, the 21st. So we got one coming out. No, wait, what? What's coming out next week? Oh, the one we recorded last week. Yeah, I don't remember it. I didn't upload it to Spotify yet. Man, we're awesome. We are on top of shit 100%. Why don't we have more watchers? Well, you know.
Do we even post our videos?
I think this would be into April.
Actually, no, this would be the
last day of March.
Last day of March. So we're knocking
rumor.
in. So guess what, guys? Tomorrow on Wrestle Fandom Radio, our 1 year anniversary.
It is also
1 year of the Niche Nerd Network. I guess it's not exactly 1 year of the Todd and Joe Morning Show, because the Todd and Joe Morning Show actually was birthed by our 420 special.
Yeah, that was our first.
And we are doing one this year.
Yep.
Oh, and I'll message the three of you guys. Well, you'll have to.
I already talked to him. He said he's good to go that day. Just has to be after 1 p.m.
All right. And that next Friday, right?
Saturday, 29th.
Okay. So yeah. So we'll do it then. I'll let Alex know, and I'll let Todd know. Or actually, if you could let Todd know, so Todd can know to be there.
Todd!
There's also a rumor, since we are the Niche Nerd Network, so all things nerdy. There is a rumor for April 1st.
Go on.
And now, this is strictly a rumor because everything that comes up Rockstar is always a rumor. There is a rumor. Okay, not a rumor. So somebody in GTA Online, there was a shirt that had the date of April 1st, 2025. Now, historically, the last time that happened was last year, whenever it was, when the first trailer came out, there was a date on a t-shirt in GTA 5. And that actually happened to be the trailer release date. Now, obviously, two things. One, it's Rockstar, and it's April Fool's Day. They could just be complete asshats and do something stupid. Or there's a possibility tomorrow that we will get our second trailer for GTA 6, which should include a release date, since it is supposed to still be on scheduled for the end of this year, like fall of this year.
So how about you said tomorrow, and I'm like, wait, a trailer for GTA is coming out tomorrow? And then I was like, wait, this doesn't come out for a week.
And you break the whole thing. So yeah, fingers crossed. Obviously, anybody that's a gamer, anybody that's whatever, has been waiting for this, especially because they were like, here's a trailer, and then just shut the fuck down. And nobody has heard.
Todd, remember a week and a half ago we were playing GTA?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, a week and a half ago we were playing.
Yeah, we were. I see. I like how you came back there. And you know why Joe broke that segment? It's because he's high. And you know, when you want to get high, you got to make a trip on down to 4658 Onondaga Boulevard in Syracuse, next to Wegmans behind Limp Wizards, for Joe's
Buzz
Company. That was loud. Cannabis Company. Delicious.
The best friend of the podcast, Mr. Joe Simons.
And he will be on our 420 special.
420
confirmed. So we will have him back again. If you haven't caught that episode, it was a few weeks ago. Check it out. Check out everything on Niche Nerd Network. It's amusing.
Except the stuff that Garrett does.
Yeah, don't watch that shit.
Don't watch Garrett.
It's just, no, that'd be a bad
Give it to me.
waste day.
Give it to me.
Yeah, give it to me.
So yeah, check them out. Joe's Buzz. They have everything you need. There's flour, there's pre-rolls, there's, you can get your dabs, you can get your edibles, you can get your vape pens, whatever you need. You can get shirts. We have shirts, sweatshirts.
I love my hoodie.
And the other cool part is follow them on Facebook. They have, this is what I like about them too, is they have their vendors come in on a semi-regular basis. So you can actually go talk. So say you're, we all know that, Beacon Skiff does one. I can't remember the name of the fucking
Heirloom.
So
Right
say
here.
you're a big heirloom.
This is actually an heirloom.
Yep.
And it's called cereal milk. And not getting paid for this or anything, but like, this was the best tasting thing that I've ever put inside my mouth.
Hey.
No offense. But when I inhaled this, my senses got tricked. Like, because the sensation my mouth was like feeling, the little tingles, the vanilla, the cinnamon, like the sugar, it was only used to associating that with a liquid taste in my mouth. And it was like, mind blown, absolutely mind blown. But that is oofa. I loved it. Now, since we're talking about marijuana,
Yes.
So my eldest son, he is doing this thing called drug quiz show that helps kids prevent them from making bad choices and partaking in lots of different kind of substances and excess and et cetera and so forth. It's actually a very great program. The kids like compete. They win like pizza parties and shit. It's super, super cool. But so as I'm watching the news this morning, they're like, they run the lady or whatever is being interviewed. And she's talking about how much it's progressed since like the 80s with the, like really trying to scare you. And they run this commercial, okay? Or they show this clip. And I damn near pissed my pants. One of who it was, of all people, to be giving this PSA and what this PSA was. So, without further ado.
Yeah.
Drugs are great. Drugs make me strong. Drugs make me smart. Drugs make me feel good. Drugs make me cool. You believe that crap? Huh? You believe all that stuff they're handing you about drugs? You want to believe in something? How about yourself? Don't do drugs.
What? Rock against drugs. That's I don't recall that. I recall Dare.
Yeah. No, I don't. And that looks like, I don't even know when that would have been. Like late 80s.
It's 1987. It was.
And that's probably why, dude. I was 5 years old. I don't think I was remembering any drug commercials that were on TV.
I was 2.
Yeah. So, and there's also a reason, to me, in the world of entertainment, we all know that Kiss wears face paint. We all know that the Insane Clown Posse wears face paint. Generally, there is a reason why these bands wear face paint. Now, if you saw Gene Simmons and you were like, holy shit, yeah, but I love these guys to death. But look at these two motherfuckers.
Yeah.
That is Violet J and Shaggy Two Dope from the Insane Clown Posse. Now, here is what kind of sucks about the internet in a way, is that up until then, you didn't know really what people look like. Right. Kiss, I know, did that one album that they did have like.
Yeah, it was that late 80s.
But like until the internet started to come along, like somebody like ICP, Twisted, whoever, like you really didn't know what they looked like because there was no internet shit. There was no, video. Right. It was just what you saw at the shows or meet and greets, and that was it. So yeah, and they could get away with it. I actually saw an article or an interview once with Violet J, and he said that after 1 year at the gathering, it was really hot. All the black paint burned their face, like sunburned their face.
Yeah.
He was like, so I couldn't go anywhere without people recognizing me because it still looked like I had paint on it. I was like, oh, that sucks. That sucks. Because that's also the cool part about it, or was the cool part about it, is the anonymity of it. Is before the internet.
Like Rey Mysterio. Like Rey Mysterio. Besides, like, anybody who remembers that short stint in WCW when he didn't have it.
Yeah.
But, like,
you don't know what he looks like. It's like mystery.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm trying to find something that, since we kind of were talking about wrestling, let me see if I can find something. So how much can you use absolutely nothing of a copyrighted clip?
I don't know, dude. Like, I just, if I look at if there's like 1 million of them there, I it's got to be okay. You know what I mean?
Right. So, like, obviously, like we always talk about, you know, we do wrestle fandom. We are wrestling fans. We understand the caveat of, can we switch to one? Man, sorry. Of, hey, it is a scripted show. These performers are incredibly talented athletes that put on a very beautifully choreographed show for you. But a lot of people, it's fake. They don't really do this. They really don't do that. So on AEW, which I really don't follow because it kind of just got stupid after a while. Adam Copeland, Edge, if you're an old school WWE fan, now it goes by Cope, which I will never refer to him as. And John Moxley, who used to be Dean Ambrose, were in a street fight. And Edge introduced Spike, which was this plank of nails. So I'm literally going to show the craziest part of it, and I'm going to guess it'll probably be about 5 seconds-ish. It's just Edge suplexing Mox onto this bat to show you that, yes, it is scripted. Yes, it is choreographed. No, they're not punching each other in the face for real. I mean, there is stuff that's, if you want to call it fake, you know, like it's same as like a stunt coordinator does in a fucking movie, essentially, but more physical. But this is a little bit more, and there's not going to be any sound to it. It's just going to be the clip. You don't really need the sound because it says it all in itself. Ready? Full screen. Boom. And that bat is stuck in that dude's back. So if that gets us flagged for like a 5-second fucking clip, I would be shocked. But
I gotta edit it out. I'll edit it out.
Yeah. But yeah, so again, predetermined, professional athletes, choreographed for sure. But that was an idea that somebody had. I'm assuming Mox was like, hey man, I want you to suplex me onto this bat of nails. And then the afterwards, I mean, did you see the video of them actually taking it out of his back?
No.
Oh,
No.
I'll
look at it later. I can't do that right
in
a row.
It's rough. It's rough. So yeah, that's what I wanted to just throw out there for people who are like, oh, wrestling's fake. That was not fake. That dude had a bat full of nails, I assume, literally stuck in his back. Sat up with it in his back. Nothing with it. So fuck off with your fake shit. Like,
yep.
But anywho, you know what we should do? We should do.
What? TR News.
TR News, where the useless news comes first.
Coincidentally, these first two stories both have to deal with something very similar. an alligator,
It ain't no beans.
and an alligator.
Oh, okay.
No, that's something, that's a whole nother. A Florida man who left his patio door open for some fresh air ended up coming face to face with an alligator in his kitchen. He just wanted a sandwich. That's cool. Paul Quinn said he was checking his email at his Fort Myers home on Sunday when he discovered an alligator had broken through the screen. So it's not even like he just had the shit open, like screen door was closed, and entered through his open patio door. Quinn called 911, and a Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commissioner trapper was summoned to remove the approximate 8-foot-long gator. Fuck. Recorded video as the trapper used... He recorded a video as the trapper used a catch pole to drag the reptile out of the house. Like, fuck that. Like, yeah, dude.
Time to die, motherfucker!
Time for you to become a pair of boots.
Woo.
Now, here's one that's rather confusing because it's not in a place you would find alligators.
Okay.
Police near the northern tip of Michigan's Lower Peninsula were called to a motel to help secure an unusual piece of left-behind property, a live alligator. I just love saying this. The Sheboygan Police Department said officers were called to a Pine Rivers motel room when housekeeping staff found a live alligator in a recently vacated room. We just went to clean the room, and when my nephew looked under the bed, Wally was there. This fucking thing has a name. The motel's manager, Gary, told the Detroit Free Press, he was a really friendly gator, so I didn't feel real scared. He let the police officers hold him and all that. I mean, it was a really friendly alligator, so obviously some respect.
Right.
Police determined the 3-foot alligator named Wally belonged to a man who owns multiple exotic animals and takes them to elementary schools for demonstrations. The owner was contacted and he told police he knew Wally was missing, but he didn't realize he had left him at the motel. How the fuck do you lose a 3-foot alligator? Like, he thought it got out. He looked for him and couldn't find it. So then you also just say, fuck it. I'm just going to leave this alligator somewhere in Michigan that alligators don't inhabit at all. And just hey, let's just fuck with this place. Let's just fuck with the people of Sheboygan because their name isn't crazy enough as it is. Let's leave them an alligator. But just fucking...
Would you be a Sheboyganian? Sheboyganian? Sheboyganian. Sheboyganian. Sheboygan. I'm hearing a beat in the head, bro. I'm going to sample that and throw some bass behind it and some... I'll be the next TikTok star.
And this last one,
I'm taking you with me.
Sweet. No world records this time around, shockingly enough. They kind of like come in waves. It's weird. I won't see them for a bit, really. And then all of a sudden there'll be a bunch, and then they'll just kind of go away. I think actually Garrett or Drew shared something in the chat about people like going across the floor in like the split position as fast as they could. Pretty sure that was in our group chat. That was actually a world record.
I've literally been at work every day this week. So I really haven't seen much of much. But well, since we don't have any world records, would we like some fucked up facts?
Well, I got one more news story.
Okay.
That's it. I can't remember. Oh, this comes from Newark in Jersey. I hear it smells. The Transportation Security Administration said an officer at Newark Liberty International Airport in Jersey found a live turtle concealed in the crotch of a traveler's pants. Poor turtle. The TSA said the East Stroudsburg, PA man was going through the security checkpoint's body scanner when it detected something concealed in his groin area. An officer confronted the man who reached down the front of his pants and pulled out a live turtle that was wrapped in a small blue towel, the TSA said. The approximate 5-inch long turtle was identified by the man as a red ear slider turtle. Port Authority police took possession of the turtle and contacted local animal control and the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. The man was not allowed to board his flight and was escorted away by Port Authority police. We have seen travelers try to conceal knives and other weapons on their person, in their shoes, and in their luggage. However, I believe this is the first time we have come across someone who was concealing a live animal down the front of his pants. Thomas Carter, the TSA's Federal Security Director for New Jersey, said in the news release. As best as we could tell, the turtle was not harmed by the man's actions.
That's
probably scarred for life.
That's crazy.
And that
TI News, where the useless news comes first.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So here are some fucked up facts. As recently as the 1980s, many researchers and doctors believed that babies couldn't feel pain. So some were operated on without any anesthesia.
what the fuck,
Right?
dude? Why would you think?
All cruise ships have a functioning morgue on board.
I can see that as
Yeah.
terrible as it is. Like, yeah.
All right, so here, take this one into perspective. Actually, take a hit of your little pen thing before I say this one.
Well, no.
There are colors that humans can't see, and you can't even try to imagine what they look like.
I don't like that.
It's kind of fucked, right?
Yeah.
All right, so how about
I
this one?
I got to test one. I got to test the sound effect here just to make sure it's what I want. Nope.
Wow. Tell me how you really feel.
Really?
All right. Less than 5% of the oceans have been explored by humans, meaning we have no idea what kind of monsters could be living out there.
All right, here comes Godzilla and shit.
Right. Yeah. Okay, so this obviously does not count for me. All right. But the average person walks by almost 16 murderers in their lifetime.
I can see that.
Like I'm on the above average side of that.
Yeah, but that's you have like an asterisk next to your name.
Yeah, I walk by
With your
16
job
murders a
description.
day.
Yeah,
Like, I'm way above average, dog.
I walked by that 5 minutes ago. What the fuck?
Yeah, right. I got to do that for 15-minute checks.
Jesus.
All right. Oh, yo, okay. There are things called eyelash mites that live on people's faces, and you probably have them right now.
Nice. I'm down with mites. No, I'm not.
Okay, so I can never say this word. It's an animal. Knuckles from Sonic the Hedgehog, is it? ECHIDNAS.
Oh,
Encadas,
yeah, something like that.
Canadas.
Enchiladas.
Yeah, them. They have 4-headed penises.
Lucky bastards.
Oh, this is interesting. All right, I'm gonna do this and 2 more, and then I'll be done. But this one, wow, this is kind of weird. Even if your lungs filled up with the same amount of liquid, it could take an extra 10 minutes for you to drown in salt water than it would in fresh water.
I don't even want to think about that. Like, I can't. Like, that's one of my, like, I never want to die this way type shit because I never want to feel what it's like to drown. Like, that's just a
Yeah.
for me.
Nope.
Like, nope.
Yeah, no.
That and fire.
So-
I don't want to just burn to death because that's
No,
nope.
no.
Nope.
All right, so this one's fucked up. Serial killer Joe Metheny owned a food stand and sold burgers that combine animal meat with the flesh of his victims to unsuspecting customers.
Who do those people sue?
Oh, I don't know. Oh my god. Yeah, okay, so here's our last one. And let this sink in your head. There are more ways to shuffle a standard deck of cards than there are atoms on Earth. Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah. That's some fucked up facts right there, man.
Whew.
I got a fucked up news story for you. And not an odd news. This is just, unfortunately, it's been a trend over the past couple of shows now that I think about it. But we're not going to go as in-depth as we did last show with this. Joe.
I don't even know what you're talking about right now.
You will in a second.
I don't even remember what, like, from last week. I don't.
You will in a second. So
Okay.
I entitled this Excellent. Okay. It's a lengthy-ish article about something.
Okay.
But all right. For better or worse, but probably worse, people just love to stick things in their not safe for work parts of their bodies.
The butter.
But one recent case report will make even the most jaded among us wince. It all started with a report published last week in the Dutch Journal of Medicine titled Step-by-Step Approach to Rectal Corpus Allium. In other words, how to remove foreign bodies stuck in a patient's rectum. A truly noble cause. Ladies and gentlemen, the paper begins. Patients who visit the emergency room because of foreign bodies in the rectum are certainly not exceptional. In recent years, the problem has even increased. On the basis of 3 different cases, we present a step-by-step approach for the removal of a foreign body in the rectum. And it's one of these cases that is making all the headlines. Patient C is a 29-year-old man who came into the emergency around midnight because of acute stomach pain, the study reports, together with his partner. Are you ready for this? He had anally inserted 15 boiled and peeled eggs while under the influence of GBH earlier in the evening. Now, GBH is a drug that can be used for treating narcolepsy, but it's most famous for being a date rape or chemsex drug. You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Keep talking.
By the time the gentleman got to the hospital, he was suffering from an abnormally rapid heartbeat of 120 beats per minute and rapid breathing rate of 28 breaths per minute. A physical exam revealed abdominal guarding across his entire abdomen. Suspecting abdominal sepsis, the doctor gave him a CT scan, and what they saw was not pretty. Visible in the CT scan were a perforation in the pelvic colon and a considerable amount of air and fluid in the abdominal cavity, the doctors reported. Therefore, we deemed an emergency laparoscopy necessary. That is a surgical procedure which a large incision is made through the abdomen, to get whatever is in there out. In a revelation that will shock approximately nobody, forcing 15 eggs up your rectum is not a good idea. The doctors confirmed a large intestinal tear caused by the side dish. What the fuck? This is literally what it said. Caused by the side dish cum suppositories, as well as extensive inflammation caused by feces leaking into it.
Side dish.
I don't know. That's what's written. The eggs were removed as well as we could, and the abdominal cavity was thoroughly rinsed. Reports say after the operation, the patient was monitored for a short time in ICU. In a few days, he was able to leave the hospital in clinically good condition. But even though this adventurous patient seemed to have come out relatively unscathed, we're pretty sure medical professionals would still recommend against this particular activity.
Wait, how does... What is that conversation like? Hey, babe. Yeah, babe. So, like, I was thinking, like, you should, like, let me totally roofie you. And, like, I'm going to stick 15 hard-boiled eggs in your ass. No, babe. I'm going to peel them first. No, there's going to be no shell. No, you won't have to worry about it. No, babe, I heard it's a fun time. Oh man, fucking A. Ugh. Oh, you're a
And
fucking
my
asshole,
question
Todd.
is
Ugh.
like, did that happen recently? Because the price of eggs, if you're just fucking buying expensive ass eggs and just shoving up somebody's ass, I mean, come on now. Like, unless you got chickens, I guess that'd be
That
it.
is very true.
But chickens are still expensive. But regardless, like, I don't know, man. So it seems to be the trend lately. The past couple of shows, things getting stuck up people's butts, butter, dumbbells, now eggs. It's all a very weird combination.
Weird combination.
So I did want to bring up, because we're a bunch of potheads, that my eye hurts right here. But regardless, me and a gentleman I work with, a friend of mine, had a stoner off, if you will, the other day. Well, over the course of like 2 days. So,
ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, on the right, we have
Andre
the Giant
It's
versus
me, motherfucker.
Todd the Terrible, triumphant, totally tubular, titular something.
I fizzled out there. So we're having a conversation, and I told him via text, we were texting, I was like, hey man, you need to set up your PC, play Sons of the Forest. Phenomenal game that I am way too sucked into. The first 2 nights playing it, I was up till like 2 in the morning with my fucking buddies playing it.
Sucked off.
It is a fucking amazing game, beautiful game, survival game, cannibals, it's fucking crazy. So I'm like, hey, you gotta get this game. He's like, oh, I plan on setting up my PC this weekend. I'm sitting at my computer. I read the text. So I start to respond back to him, typing on my keyboard.
Whoa.
I'm like,
something right.
That doesn't work, So I'm like, oh man. I told him, I was like, stoner moment. Just went to respond to you on my fucking computer keyboard to my phone. So I thought I was champion. But then the next day, I get a text from him that says, air fryer sweet potatoes. And I'm like, okay. And I waited a couple of minutes. So I'm like expecting, because we'll send like food pictures back and forth to each other. Like, hey, it's what I made for dinner,
I thought it was like some kind of like code.
So I'm waiting for like a picture, and like 5 minutes go by, and I'm like, so I text him, I'm like, hey, was there supposed to be a picture of that, or was just that some random statement? And he was like, actually, I meant to Google that for a recipe. And he was like, I'm not even high. I'm just an idiot. So he blatantly opened up his message like to me and fucking thought he was Googling air fryer sweet potatoes.
Why is it fucking working?
So I played him as the fucking champion on that one. My stonerism was ridiculous, but he genuinely thought I was Google.
You're Toogle. I toggle your Toogle, Todd. Toggling Todd's Toogle. Toggling
Hey,
Todd's
give me a
Toogle.
quick second. I have to respond to somebody. I'm sorry. It's my therapist.
Air fryer, sweet. All right, I'm gonna read another fucked up fact. Dun, 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 dun. As a result, every time you shuffle a deck of cards, you've probably the first person in history to shuffle them in that sequence. That's fucking insane.
Yes.
You're 6.7% more likely to die on your birthday than any other day of the year.
That's terrible.
This one is about Ted Bundy. He was a serial killer who also worked at a suicide hotline. A coworker once said Ted Bundy took lives, but he also saved lives.
Weird. All right, I'm back.
All right.
So I've been enjoying the things you can say.
Oh yeah, so have I.
So we got one of
let me
those. Probably how we wrap up. We
Hang
don't
on.
have any quotes.
Let,
Yeah.
let me lube up and.
Or no,
Oh,
I do have a Stump Joe.
okay. Okay. What are we doing first? You're gonna make me
Let's do
laugh
Stump
first?
Joe first. No, let's do Stump
All
Joe
right.
first. Let's do this quick. All right. Stump Joe. Can you tell me the names of Kim Kardashian and Kanye West's kids? There's 4 of them.
Oh, I know there's North. That I think it's the only one I know.
Okay. Well, you got a quarter point then. They're all ridiculous. North, Saint, Chicago, and Psalm, like Bible, Psalm.
Okay, so I vaguely remember Chicago. I think I knew Saint, but I knew North. North's the one I knew because I always laugh. I was like, that's kind of funny. Northwest.
I mean, they really should have also done like South.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't do East because that'd be weird. East, West.
Yeah, you could.
East,
You'd
West.
be East,
Hey,
West, and then West, West. West, West, y'all.
Now this is pretty much all pop culture, random, all over the place. I don't know if you were a
This is
fan
my
of the show.
wheelhouse. My wheelhouse.
How many times did Ross Geller get divorced on Friends?
3.
Good job. For a bonus point, can you name the wives?
Carol, Emily, Rachel.
You get
Mic
a bonus
drop.
point.
Mic drop.
Next question. What modern day item made a cameo in the final season of Game of Thrones?
Starbucks coffee cup.
Yes, sir. What does the acronym SMH stand for?
Shaking my head.
Oh, you're on fire. What are the names of the Sanderson sisters from Hocus Pocus?
Oh, fuck. Can you give me the first letters of each one?
W, M, and S. One is very unusual. The W one is very unusual, but the other 2 are like common names.
Wilfred? No.
Close.
Okay.
Like very close. Like stupidly close.
Wilma?
No.
Wilfra? Wilf? Okay, hang on. And then M was one Mary.
Yep.
And the S is Sarah.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. So you said Wilfred is close.
Yes.
Hmm.
It's a really fucking weird name.
How many syllables?
3.
So Wilfreda? No. Is Wilfred part of it?
It's not.
It's Will?
Fred is part of it.
Okay. Fred.
Fred's the last part of it.
Oh, but the Will isn't?
Right.
Oh. I don't fucking. But the W, so it's not Willifred.
No.
Winfred.
That it's Winifred. So you
Okay.
that last
All right.
one is pretty.
Okay.
I'll give you half a point.
Okay. I made that go, yeah.
Which Avenger other than Captain America was able to pick up Thor's hammer in the Marvel movies?
Which Avenger, except for Captain America? Vision.
Very good. Kind of Marvel world related. Who was the highest paid actress of 2019 according to Forbes?
Highest paid actress of 2019. Trying to think what came out in 2019. That probably been. It's gonna either be Scarlett Johansson or Brie Larson.
Which one you going with?
We'll go ScarJo.
Yes, yes. Which pop star is the godmother of both Elton John's sons?
Madonna.
No, Lady Gaga.
Oh, no shit.
Who is the half-blood prince in Harry Potter?
Oh, fuck me. The half-blood prince is Snape? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And this last one was mine. May have talked about it. I don't know. I probably have mentioned it. I probably did. What famous voice actor was one of the people combing the desert in Spaceballs?
Oh, fuck. Bender.
Nope. Rob Paulson.
Oh.
Yeah, go.
Yep.
Mike or Raphael.
Yeah.
Donatello
We talked about like
later
2
on.
weeks. 2 weeks ago. We were really talking about that.
Yeah. So Stump Joe, you
Okay.
won. You won that one. You got that.
Yeah.
So we got things you could say, and then we're gonna wrap it up. Okay.
Or
We should be doing
unwrap
before
it.
wrap it up. Things you could say in a grocery store and the bedroom. Ugh, these melons feel real firm. I'm just gonna do my business, pay, and leave. I always love bumping into a neighbor in here.
Oh, wow. Wow.
The line starts over here. Clean up on aisle 3.
Oh, jeez.
Don't you have it any bigger? Always a great selection of nuts. There are always way too many people in here. This one's a good one. Who thought it was a good idea to bring the kids?
Oh, Jesus.
I'm sorry, but I'm not a fan of brown bananas.
Oh, my Lord.
Do you want your meat wrapped up?
Oh.
Deliveries are taken in the back. Wow, 2 for 1.
Okay.
That banana is already weak and stuck and sticky.
Oh, jeez.
I saw my mom's friend there the other day. Awkward.
Oh, my. Is she cute?
That right there is a fine chunk of meat. I can't wait to get my mouth on it.
Oh, fuck.
And that's things you can say in a grocery store and the bedroom.
Oh, my Lord.
I like how that's become kind of a regular thing. I keep finding a lot. It's like I find them on like Reddit, so somebody will just start a thread,
right,
and the fucking response. Some are like stupid as hell, and some just don't
right.
make sense. But man, there's a good chunk of them that you're just like, oh, that's fucking hilarious.
They make me giggle.
Just one more quick thing. I think we whatever did. Happy Gilmore 2 teaser trailer. I mean, now by the time this plays or whatever, but if somehow you haven't seen it, go watch it. If you're a fan of the first one, it kind of makes you go, ooh, a little bit. Like,
I miss this place.
Yeah. I'm excited for it. I'm glad it's on Netflix because it's expensive to go to the fucking movies anymore.
Yeah.
Like, it really is. So, like, I'm super stoked that it is on, like, Netflix and shit, that you just watch it when it comes out. I think I'm going to a fish show the night it comes out, so I might have to watch it the next day, but still.
Right.
Yeah, I thought it looked good. I think it's going to be. I honestly think it's going to be a good movie. You know, it's hard.
I do too. I agree.
Those sequels so long after an original, because we've seen fail.
Ghostbusters did it. Like,
it's rare though. Like Ghostbusters did it, Top Gun did it, but like it's some of the other ones that have come out that have tried to whatever. It's like it's not there.
I feel like it's getting better to the point where we're getting more ones that are consistently like better, that aren't just like kind of just a trash. Like even the Beverly Hills Cop one, I totally dug it. Like it hit all the right notes. It did what it wanted to do. Like it was a fun little romp. Like it was great. You know, like we have had some horrible ones.
Yeah.
All right. So this is Monday. Tomorrow, Wrestle Fandom Radio, Niche Nerd Network 1 year anniversary. Come join us live, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then figure out the other time zones or do some math or watch it later on. Whatever you do, what you got to do. Maybe we'll get some people on. I think I might try to get some guests. Maybe some people will pop on. Maybe we can't get anybody. It'll just be us, and we'll just talk the regular biz. But Monday's here. I know Garrett's got some After Dark episodes coming out. I got some things in the work. Todd's got some things in the work. Drew has some things in the works. All right, guys.
All right, y'all.
Knock, knock.
Knock, knock, bitches. Catch you next week. Crap. It's just black screen.